Hello, my family on this wonderful earth. I have currently reached day 10 of my water fast, and I thought I would make another video. I'm making these videos like many people do to promote this healing art that is long lost from our humanity. And for anyone that is looking to get into this, may they follow some of my steps and learn. So, I'm on day 10 of my water fast, which means I have hopefully 20 more days to go. Physically, I am very tired and very weak, but I have a lot of mental energy. All brain fog, all lethargy is gone. I've never been so mentally clear in my entire life. I am thinking things totally 100% and totally through the layers that I used to stop thinking at. There's many things that I've come to conclusions about in my life that I have been wondering about. Many answers have come to me. Clarity has come on many things. And I am also getting body work done, adjustments done on my body to heal a particular section of my spine, and I feel my entire body letting go of a lot of tension, and I feel my joints opening up like they've never done before. In 2 years, I have never stretched as deep as I did today, and it gives me hope that I'm going to be 100%. I know that I will. Also, you know, if I stand up too fast, I'll get a little lightheaded. I have to be very careful how much physical movement I do in the day, because it does catch up to you. And I'm only on day 10, and I think this is because I was at like 8% body fat when I started this whole thing. So people that have more weight to lose have more physical endurance during these fasts, but I didn't need to lose any weight when I started this fast. This was not for a weight loss. This was not for anything weight related. This was for a spiritual, mental, and there were some serious physical aspects I was hoping to get out of it too. As for mental, so many times in life we think about things that we need to do. Whether it's something stupid as clean a particular section of our house, and this is just an example, but we don't do it because we're like, do it later. And then we continue to live our lives, but what we don't realize is that our subconscious wants that done, and it's going to weigh you down, and it's going to continue weighing you down, and weighing you down, and weighing you down, and weighing you down, until one day you just freaking do it. And then it's like in a painful state. It's like rushed, or it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, or it's like right before you leave to go do something. You just like have to do it. But if you would have done it when you first thought about it, you would have done it with ease and precision, and it was like right at that time. So what I noticed in my mind is that I cannot put anything off. If it's so much as, anything. Before I left to come out to the West Coast, I was doing things that I've been wanting to do for like weeks, and I was fasting, and I was tired, and I just couldn't say no anymore. And even now, I'm sitting at my computer, and I'm contacting a bunch of people, and I'm doing all these things that I've been putting off for like months. I'm researching things that I've been needing to do. It's like I'm taking the steps that I have been putting off for a long time, because I'm moving through these barriers and layers within my consciousness that hold us back. The ego is really getting destroyed on my part. I'm becoming pretty thin, and most people, because I've talked to some people about this, and I come from a sport of very physical activity where you need to be strong. So, and I was a very physical human being. I was very strong, I was very athletic. And for someone like me to go through this and letting go of my physical body, I'm learning a lot about it. Because I'm probably going to get down to about 125, 130 pounds by the time this is done. I used to weigh about 185 of solid muscle. And I started this fast around 175 pounds, 173 pounds. So, as I let go of my physical body, my ego is being destroyed. And these words don't make sense to a lot of people. They're like, why in the world would you want to do that? Well, all I can say to the people that question this is, you just don't understand. You got to do it. And when the mental clarity comes and the understanding in here comes, you'll understand. Until then, just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe one day it will call you. I feel my organs cleansing. All my research shows around day 10, your organs really start to clean. I feel some stuff going on in my kidneys. I feel my a lot of peristalsis happening within my intestines. So there's stuff definitely getting moved around. My hips are opening up. I had a lot of damage to my hips and my knees, and I feel them starting to heal. What else? Physically again. But anyway, so back to the mental stuff and the emotional stuff. It's a battle in your head the whole time. I'm thinking back on a lot of things that I have done in my life, that I have eaten disgustingly, and it just brings awareness to a lot of stuff. My early 20s, when I would eat like just garbage after a night of binge drinking, you go eat like 3 cheesesteaks, and then you wake up in the morning and slop down some disgusting breakfast at a diner. What are we doing to our bodies? Our bodies are temples for a very, very divine energy. And the universal consciousness that runs through us, that wants us to thrive, cannot thrive if we are garbage cans. So, I have just come to a realization that the most important thing in my life is to allow that energy to come through me and use me, and to clean the temple out. And there's no better way of cleaning this temple than fasting. I feel everything in my body becoming clean. And the hunger in my stomach has relatively stopped. I'm still thinking about food every single day because I'm around people that are eating it. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this extended fast, and there's plenty of people else that have done it, which gives me motivation to do it. But it's not easy. At the same time, it's not hard. You just have to want to do it, and you have to understand. When you understand why you're doing this, you can do it. I've been reading a book. It's been my Bible for this particular situation. I just use that word as a reference so you guys understand what I mean and how important the book is to me. So call it my encyclopedia instead. My encyclopedia for this experience was a book called The Science of Fasting, written by Dr. Shelton. He's from the 1950s. He actually took care and mentored Gandhi when he fasted during his protests in India. And Dr. Shelton fasted over 40,000 people for over 30, 40, sometimes 50, 60 days. He cured hundreds of people from terminal diseases. Hundreds. And what we have to understand is this used to be a part of the medical system. Fasting was a regular thing to handle disease. Once the Western world, the pharmaceutical companies, the industrialization of our food hit this country, it all went away. So now, this is how I see it. My generation are the ones reaching into that old esoteric knowledge, bringing this stuff back up, because I didn't learn this from my parents. I didn't learn this from my grandparents. I learned it because I'm the whack job doing all this crazy stuff about stuff that I'm reading and I'm hearing, and I'm considering myself my own science experiment. So, fasting is a part of our life. It's a part of the human body experience. We are not meant to shove food in here, down our intestinal tract, like every hour of the day. Just all the time. Oh, my stomach is growling, so I'm going to put food in it. It's just not meant to happen. And we become so attached to food. I realized I was a healthy eater, depending on how you want to look at it. But I was still attached to so much stuff. Oh my gosh. Like, man, we are attached to food. We are attached to things in our life. We are attached, oh, I can't go without that. Well, I love doing that. Well, who would you be without it? You know? I'm finding out who I am without anything. I can't do anything right now except just be. I'm just being me, figuring out who I am. The stuff that comes up in here, I have to really understand what's going on in here. So it's a learning lesson on many deep levels. And I have to say, if you're struggling with depression and anxiety, the mental understanding that comes from this practice will greatly benefit you. It will give you space and time in your own life to understand yourself. So, like I said, if you had a little bit more weight on your body, I'm not saying you have to do it to lose weight, but if you have some more body fat than kind of what I had, it won't be so drastic for you. Many people do fast and they still go to work every day, and they do 30-day fasts, and they go to work, and you can't have this crazy physical job. But many people, that if they have an average job, that's not too physically demanding, that you can still fast. So look on the research yourself and relatively question it, because we're not told this stuff, so it's foreign to you. The people that I'm around right now and the people that are working on me, they're kind of like, dude, you're kind of crazy. But I'm not. I'm not crazy. It's not crazy. It's just not known. How many things don't we know about this world and our life? We know nothing. Like, the more I continue down this path, we don't know anything. Yeah, we know like what molecules are and everything, and all this crazy physics and science, but we don't know anything. Nothing. Oh my gosh, we don't know anything. And the more I work with ayahuasca, the visionary plant medicine that has hands down changed my life, saved me from so much suffering. In 2 years, it saved me from a lifetime of suffering that I would have gone down. Lifetimes. And I just realized how much we don't know, and it humbles you to the greatest extent. I was sitting on the ocean last night, with the ocean, watching the waves come in repeatedly, and I'm just thinking to myself, this is an endless amount of energy that never stops. And I feel like it's a gift from our Mother Earth. It's endless energy. Endless, never stops. 24/7 for as long as this planet exists, since the day that it exists, it's endless energy. And I'm not some guy that really, pardon my ignorance on this, but I know there's a way to get energy out of the ocean. I don't care if it's like not cost effective. That might cost more money than oil and all this other stuff that we're destroying the earth from. But why not use, this is just something I was thinking about, why not use that endless energy? It's just coming in all the time. And I know we could, but no, not enough people would make money off it, right? And then I'm sitting there on the ocean, just watching it come in at sunset, and I'm watching all the birds stop. They all land, all the seagulls line up the same angle. And I don't really know what they're doing, I'm trying to figure it out. But they all line up and they face into the wind. And they're just sitting there in like this meditative state. And I feel like their feathers are getting cleaned off when there's like a nice breeze and they do that. And they're just sitting there watching the sunset in the wind. And I just took it all in as much as I could, and was just feeling the endless energy that comes from our ocean. And I've kind of had that understanding before, but I've never felt it in my life like I did last night. It was just endless, and that like an eternal divine force just washing up on the shore again and again and again and again, and it asks nothing from us, it takes nothing from us, it's just there. And just watching the sun, the divine eye in the sky that gives us heat, that gives us life, that gives us energy, that gives us happiness, that gives us serotonin in our minds. It's just so important to really recognize these things. And I felt so happy. I was just really happy after just thinking about this stuff. Anyway, so this is day 10. I'm very present right now. Am I gonna make it to day 30? I don't know, I don't care. I'm not thinking about it. But I'm just gonna keep going with this. I plan on doing 30 days. I'm gonna lose a lot of weight, but I'm looking forward to the journey. And I have some things scheduled throughout the next couple weeks, like I'm gonna float, I'm gonna get a massage maybe, just some things to break up my monotonous. I don't want to get too trapped in here, but I spend a lot of time in here, and then I schedule some things to kind of pull me out of here. So if you're looking at doing this, I recommend, you know, a lot of good books to read, things that will feed you, because you're hungry. We are craving, I'm craving right now, so I'm trying to feed myself with very positive things. I lay out in the sun every day. I read information that will imprint on me in a positive way. Reading right now a book by an anthropologist who spent many decades with the Incan culture and the Andes cultures down in South America and in Africa, so I'm learning a lot about the cultures that I've actually experienced myself, but not to the depth that he has. And I'm reading the book on that deepens the understanding of fasting. So, and there's another book that I'm reading. So I'm just trying to fill myself with good things, and it's helping. I tried to watch TV last night. I didn't want to watch any TV, but I figured, hey, I'm on YouTube sometimes, so like a little bit of television, but like I turned it on, and the only thing I felt like watching was America's Got Talent, because I find it fascinating, the talent that people have in this world, and I want nothing to do with anything else. But I found myself only being able to watch it for like 5 minutes before I wanted nothing to do with it. So now I know that, like, I want nothing to do with that, you know. So I'm just really by myself on this. I just figured it out, you know, like I don't need that stuff to keep me occupied, to pull myself out of my head. So anyway, thank you for your attention on this if you watch this, and I hope it helps. If there's any questions, please ask. But I'm about to start another section of my journey, so I'm probably going to make another video, maybe another 7 to 10 days. But anyway, peace out, and don't forget to take care of the world in everything that you do. Take care of the world, take care of yourself, take care of others.